Hello everyone, welcome to the 2022 version of MidCat's India Risk Review. This is Shinsi M. Shaji and I shall briefly introduce the technological risk that India may face in 2022. Under this section, 7 key risks have been identified that bear an immediate impact on the conduct of business operations across India. As we can see, the first risk that has been identified is data privacy law. The Joint Committee of Parliament finalized its recommendations on 22nd November 2021, almost 2 years after deliberalization on the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019. The bill aims to establish data governance on technology and infrastructure design in India, which will fill a gap in the current institutional framework. It aims to put measures in place to protect personal data, ensure privacy, and improve data management transparency. A Joint Protection Authority (TPA) will also set up under the law, which is meant to be a regulator for deciding how personal and non-personal data will be managed in the country. The authority will be chosen by a panel shortlisted by the central government, a point that has already been a matter of contention since it raises question about its autonomy. More tailored, sector-specific data localization measures have already been implemented in many parts of the Indian economy. While the bill talks about how foreign entities that store the data of Indian citizens would first have to seek the government's permission. However, it does not talk about what happens if a national or a domestic entity chooses to do the same. Furthermore, it is also unclear whether permission can be granted for the usage of this data internationally. The Joint Committee of Parliament (JPC) has tabled its report in the House after 2 years, having been given 6 extensions to finalize its recommendations. Experts believe that this bill must undergo some changes before it can be presented in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha again for passage. The next risk we have considered is state-sponsored cyber attacks. State-sponsored cyber attacks have gained notoriety in recent years, with government opting to employ non-state actors to mount malicious cyber attack against foreign entities to forego any potential diplomatic repercussion it may have. State-sponsored units target the advisories of their funders for different reasons. This includes attack on critical infrastructure, espionage, spreading disinformation, etc. State-sponsored cyber attacks in India have significantly increased in 2021. Given these practices, many countries have restricted the use of foreign products in critical networks. Ransomware activities has also been on the risk in India. Ransomware groups have enhanced capabilities and frequently published on ransomware data leak sites. Health, government agencies, bank, manufacturing, retail, and IT service providers, as well as e-commerce platforms, are likely to be at high risk in 2022. Two critical components of India's strategy to tackle cyber warfare should be defending and deterring. The use of up-to-date technology and network is extremely important to be resilient to cyber attacks. Business organizations that provide public services, have government contacts, or hold significant sensitive information. These kind of businesses are especially at risk in 2022. Central government has rolled out a scheme for establishment of Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center (I4C) to handle issues related to cybercrime in the country in a comprehensive and coordinated manner. The next key risk that has been identified is IoT-enabled attack vectors. The IoT landscape includes a host of network-connected devices including cell phones, smartwatches, smart locks and appliances, cameras and industrial equipments and sensors. Most IoT devices are not designed with security in mind, and many do not have traditional operating system or even enough memory or processing power to incorporate security features. IoT devices are also growing in number, with over 1 million new devices connecting to the internet each day. The result is significant quantity of data moving freely between devices and across network environments. Remote offices, mobile workers, and public clouds with minimum visibility, making it difficult to track and secure this data. IoT devices are vulnerable to hijacking and weaponization for use in distributed denial of service attack, as well as targeted code injection, man-in-middle attacks, and spoofing. Malware is also more easily hidden in large volume of IoT data, and IoT devices sometimes even come with malware already on board. Further, some IoT devices can be remotely controlled or have their functionality disabled by bad actors. Robust IoT security requires integrated solutions that are capable of providing visibility, segmentation, and seamless protection across the entire network infrastructure. The next key risk is use of AI in cybercrimes. Artificial intelligence is rapidly becoming the next technological movement in the modern business operation. AI has a vast and varied numbers of uses that can be implemented in every aspect of daily business operations. However, by staying focused on the benefits of AI integration into various operational systems, many organizations are often unaware of the threats that outside AI system may also pose to their businesses, as well as the vulnerability of their own AI systems. As humans and machines collaborate more closely, business need to ensure that artificial intelligence technologies are managed and subject to same ethical and moral disciplines as any other technology-enabled transformation. The next key risk is vulnerability exploitation. In most organizations, IT teams typically use an open internet when setting up private and public clouds. Accordingly, there is a danger that the data could be leaked. Data leak can be caused by device on the network, example mobile devices, human error, etc. With work from home being the new norm in the COVID-19 era, without the security protections that office system afford us, such as firewalls and blacklisted IP addresses, and increased reliance on technology, organizations and their employees are so far more vulnerable to cyber attacks. Now, with the advent of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19, it is huge possibility that organization may continue with work from home structure for the foreseeable future. This makes organization even more susceptible to vulnerability exploitation. According to reports, 1 in 2 Indian companies face cyber attacks at least once a day amid the pandemic, with 16% attack each hour. A report by a global data protection tech company, Acronis, stated that 58% of IT managers and 26% of employees in India have reported that they are frequently targeted by phishing attacks. The next key risk is COVID-19 scams. Nearly 120 million people were impacted by cybercrimes between February 2020 and February 2021. In the COVID-19 era, the use of online services drastically increased. People are now more dependent on online services like banking, payment of bills, shopping, etc. than ever before. This has significantly increased risk of COVID-19 scams as criminals continue to take advantage of this situation. Internet banking penetration has increased significantly, with mobile banking transaction being on the rise even in rural areas. However, the awareness about the cyber crimes has not kept pace, which makes many easy targets. Cyber criminals have taken advantage of the pandemic situation to fake initiatives and ask for contributions, hack accounts and scam people on vaccination portals and so on. More than 45% of all financial frauds under communication devices related cyber crimes are online banking frauds. This means that out of every 10 reported cases of financial cybercrime involving communication devices, almost 5 cases are of online banking fraud in India. Moreover, banking fraud using communication device have risen by more than 65% post-COVID-19. The next key risk is non-cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are action that targets computer information systems, infrastructure, computer networks, and personal computer devices. Such attacks use various methods to steal, alter, and destroy data or information system by conflating the complete spectrum of threatening cyber actions. These could range from minor to major, irrelevant to lethal, criminal to political. According to reports by the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT, by the start of 2021, cyber attacks were already up to 300% in India. India in general has built a quiet capability for early warning of cyber attacks. This increases the possibility to undertake counteraction to mitigate the impact. An important point to take note of, however, it is essential that cyber defense is a challenge that cannot possibly keep up with the potential of cyber offense. That's all for now. Thank you for listening. Please do check the other risk categories on our YouTube channel. You can also download and read the detailed India risk review on our website and on our LinkedIn page. Thank you.